101, just 14 minutes from the 101 to the 10. Over to you guys.
All right, Crystal, thanks very much. Maybe the drivers are taking this next story to heart. New this morning, might be time to scrap the traditional 9-to-5 working arrangement. A new Associated Press report found that for workers, it's become easier and less risky to go solo. Affordable health insurance plans, which kept many workers shackled to traditional jobs, are more accessible because of the Affordable Care Act. And companies are increasingly open to hiring freelancers and independent contractors. Many say independent workers bring fresh ideas without the long-term commitment. Walmart relaxing their dress code, and Taco Bell wants to serve you up beer. CNBC's Landon Dowdy has a look at the day ahead in business news.
The markets may struggle to add to Wednesday's gains today. Stocks rose for just the third time in the past 8 sessions, but European markets are sliding with investors awaiting word.
This weekend at the Arizona.
Some news of the day, a day of rescue training in Payson.
Welcome back to Good Morning Arizona. Here's a look.
Good, but it's their passion to take.
Reliable for a reason.
Is A, track right now, and B, this cooler June water that we have right
to be apart from her family, that she does this because she feels it is her duty. So it's for people like that we have to salute the troops, right? So if you have somebody in the military, go to hlntv.com/Robin. The least we can do is say thank you. Apple just announced a recall. It's not for an iPad or an iPhone. It's actually for a Dr. Dre Beats product, but Apple has that now. Jen says it's about speakers that can overheat and catch fire, huh?
Yeah, so they are recalling.
Require a parent's signature. And former Texas Governor.
Monthly payments on
moisture out there, courtesy of 2, and we're huddled in.
Is picking up steam. It's part of a so-called toilet to tap program. Would you try this? It comes as the state's historic drought deletes reservoirs, lakes, and rivers.
We can produce the water for less than the cost of imported water, and probably about half the cost that it would take to desalinate seawater.
The purified wastewater is considered by some to be the cleanest water in the entire state, though some say it tastes feeling, doesn't it?
It's got a little grit to it.
Too early.
Protein water. Yeah. They've been talking about that ever since I've been in California for years and years in the controversy. But yeah, you know what? What do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. And they
Category 3 with winds. Appointed psychiatrist while working to overcome the impact of the footage.
To remove all artificial flavors from its. A woman called up police saying she thought she might have hit something while she was driving in the area. She is being questioned by detectives. This afternoon, Governor Doug Ducey will ask vote changes. So that's some good news. Make us moms a little happier, Gina?
Absolutely. We'll take it. We love to see healthy, and even when it's disguised as pizza. Right, Tess? I know you're with me on that. It is 5:17, and we want to take you to the I-10 on the west side of town. And you can see we're starting to see more people hit the roadways, but I wouldn't call this rush hour just yet, Westsiders. So no need to panic, no need to rush out the door. Look at our travel time. 75th Avenue in through downtown, still only a 10-minute drive.
5:17 now, and we're going to start your forecast with a look at a walking for. It's still some nice, cool nights and mornings. I don't know if I'd call it cool, but we'll go with mild under clear skies. We've got a temperature.
Well, if you'd like to adopt little Jasper, oh, come on, how could you say no to this little doggy?
2 days, chance for thunderstorms, both.
very moon. It was still very beautiful.
Since he'd broken the law, he did, and at the time.
Pattern here over the next couple days. First, this area of low pressure that's dropping down the California coastline. It's a little bit late in the season for that. Usually by now we're
skies, but things start to get interesting as we head through the afternoon. A few clouds rolling on in. Winds will pick up. Sustained winds out of the southwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. We could see those gusts up to around 30 miles per hour. 100 degrees out there for today. That is about average for this time of year. But just wait, we are going to start to cool off as we head through tomorrow and also into the weekend. So first, you will notice those clouds starting to move in, the winds picking up, and rain. We haven't had any measurable rain only one time in the last 13 years. in June. So yes, it is about time. Our normal weather pattern is very dry, but we have a chance of showers late tonight into Friday. And here's the reason why. Although we're under a ridge of high pressure right now, it is going to break down. We have a system to the north of us, and we have Tropical Storm Andres to the south of us. This should weaken into a depression later today. This is going to move on up, and that system to the north of us is going to help pull up.
Landfall are coming very close here over the weekend, but again, that'll push some moisture up into our area by early next week.
Changes heading our way. This morning, though, no umbrella needed. You are going to be dry.
Yesterday, 98 today at AJ, 97 for Mesa. We'll talk about 95 for Scottsdale and
County and across the state. But I want to point.
It's a big headline that Dish Network might be
a little bit more of that cloud cover, and that cloud cover is gradually going to move into our state. Eventually, we'll see more clouds later this afternoon, and eventually we'll also get a chance for rain. Let me show you on Futurecast and take you through here hour by hour. We are going to start off clear, but as we go into this afternoon, you're going to notice those clouds gradually inching in from the south. This is 3 o'clock here this afternoon. A little bit more cloud cover across the valley. Then later on this evening, that's when we start to see better chances for rain near the valley. Notice the best moisture with this system and with this disturbance is going to really be anywhere from Phoenix to Globe over to Stafford. That's where the best rain chances will be. But in the valley, we've got about a 20% chance for some showers here later this evening. And that
99 on Saturday, and then another chance
through the day tomorrow. So while Futurecast not really doing a great job at picking up on that shower chance tomorrow, I do think that tomorrow we'll have more clouds and better chances for rain. The best chances through all of this still going to be in those higher elevations, but we'll be watching it through the day tomorrow. Tomorrow cloudy, cooler with a chance for scattered showers throughout the day. Notice today's hourly storm chances dry through the day with chances up to 20% by this evening. Tomorrow a 30% chance here in the valley, a 60% chance, about a 1/10 of an
as well as I-10 still seeing those green lights. I-17 still looking pretty good. Put in on Norterra Parkway pretty much all the morning rush hour. You'll be using Dixoletta to the north or Joe Max to the south. Here's a look at some of your drive times right now. If you are on I-10 coming in from the West Valley, 80
area, so not small, but also they'll never.
A rough start. Baseballs were flying out of
fastfix.com.
Happy Valley Road. This would be
Check your travel agent to book your 26.
This time of year, we always say it shifts north. Hey, you ready for the 3?
Are in, quote, the formative stage. All of this according to the Wall Street Journal this morning. Maria, back to you. Yes, so be nice to your server. Is that the story?
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be good.
DNA will always get you. Thank you, Cheryl. Well, it is the little things.
Morning to you. The Blackhawks are looking for their 3rd NHL title in 6 years, but until the final minutes of last night's Game 1, Chicago had one
away. It's something very, very important, no matter what office you run for.
Is it just a perception, or do you believe it could be the reality? Should there be an investigation of conflicts of interest? What gives you the most pause for concern when you hear the allegation?
Ones have won the Stanley Cup 58.
Developments as they come in. Reporting from Phoenix, Pete Serratos, ABC 15 News.
522 on your
even larger. Dugway Proving Ground.
Memories. And a little
for just $7 down.
Get thank you pricing on new car.
Mutual Insurance at
1-8's High Healer, made of transparent soft plastic.
Sub 3 million, and then north.
Today's S&P 500 top performer.
It is 23 minutes past the top of the hour. We have some quick consumer headlines for you now. Jammed by demand. Southwest Airlines website back up this morning after being temporarily shut down after flyers rushed to book $49 tickets. The company's three-day sale ends at $11:59 tonight. And how about some booze with your Taco Bell burrito? Sound good? Well, the fast food chain will start serving beer, wine, and frozen mixed alcohol drinks this summer. When its new Chicago location opens in Wicker Park, drinking will be restricted to inside the restaurant. The company hopes this will attract more millennials. Steve?
Probably will. All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Almost a year after Robin Williams' death, his family continues to fight over his estate in the terms of his will, even fighting over individual pieces of clothing. So when can making a will, when you're writing one, how can you help avoid future conflicts with your family and others. Join us right now from the City of Dreams, Las Vegas. We got Bob.
My kids are teaching me about it, but why are you making that an issue?
Park in Utah, when she saw a man get down on his knee and propose, and she says for some reason she couldn't go and talk to these people. I guess it was a downpour, so she's trying to find them now to get them a copy 30,000 times trying to find the lucky couple. Former President George W. Bush apparently has a higher approval rating right now than President Obama does right now. According to a new CNN ORC poll, 52% of the people say that they have a favorable impression of Bush, 45% say the same of President Obama. Now, in 2009, it was different. Mr. Bush only had a 1/3 approval rating when he left office. More news. Very soon.
Their son, Jeff.
Police in the southern Mexican. Those clashes broke out when police. This is that same town vanished last September, cutting the elections unless the government stopped Enrique Peña Nieto. President Jack Warner made a televised bribe from South Africa to support.
Everyone, a car pedestrian accident up north and North Valley Parkway up in that neighborhood. As you start to work your way out of your neighborhood, it'll likely be there. Anita is out there at about 4:30 this morning. So as the rest of North Phoenix, 72 miles per hour is the average speed to head in that direction. We'll head out. See there, look how quiet that freeway is at north.
May shock the world, but it actually be getting worse.
In Trinidad that he's not going to give, including Sepp Blatter, admitted to U.S. accepted bribes before. Meanwhile,
Craigslist to find a fan. Never really had, like, of course I've had very
in the disposition of your estate.
Because
to
all the reasons you see.
As for that ad on Craigslist.
Good. Speaking of celebrations here, graduates at one school in Mississippi, that event could land you plus you could
that maybe they just, care.
Got to get right.
Homeless veterans off the streets.
Makes it weird.
They have things ready so they can send out, how people. That's how it happened.
Okay, so a field trip to private school in Minneapolis. Students were field because it was wrapping up.